Hey, you cool cats and kittens. Anyone who's watched Tiger King will know where that's come from. Today I've just got a few tips about gardening, just how to keep injury free. Hope you enjoy them. So, number one, I would definitely encourage you to use the right tools for the right job. This is because it makes things so much more efficient. If you've got a blunt pair of pruners or secateurs or something like that, you're going to be cutting 3, 4, 5 times on the same branch, twig, whatever you're doing, as opposed to a proper sharp pair, whether it's new or not, doesn't matter. But if you're trying to use scissors or something like that, you're going to have to do the same action, and that could lead to some shoulder repetitive issues. So use the right equipment for the right job. So secondly, we can often be doing the same job for a little while, whether it be weeding, mowing the lawn, pruning. I'll always encourage people to try and change what they're doing every 10 or 15 minutes. Now, it may mean things take a little bit longer, but if you're in the same position for a long time, quite often your bodies aren't used to it and it might overload it, making you more likely to make some pains later on. So weed for 10 minutes, go and walk around, prune, dig, whatever you've got to do, just keep on changing. Go for A, B, C, a bit like a circuit if you're doing an exercise. Basically do a little bit of this, then a little bit of that, a little bit of something else, and it will help prevent injuries. Third top tip for being out in the garden: if you have to be in one place, or you refuse to change your positions, i.e. from going from one activity to another, I would change position. So let's say you're on the floor weeding. Some people may have one of the stools that you can use, but I would encourage you to be on all fours, kneel, get onto your side, then onto the other side, stand up, get back down again. Again, it follows on from point 2 really, about changing what you want to do. But if you do have that set task, like you just want to get the pathway weeded and it's going to take you a couple of hours that day, change your position as regularly as you feel. When your back starts to ache, or if your shoulder starts to feel a little bit achy from where you're applying pressure to it, just use that as a little sign to think, oh, I'm just going to change what I'm up to. All right. And my last tip comes to afterwards. Once you've finished, what should you do? Now, I wouldn't go and sit down straight away for an hour watching TV and fall asleep. Bad idea. Whatever you've been doing, I would go and try and do something along the lines of the opposite. So one of my favourite things is I've been out in the garden, whether I've been digging, whether I've been planting, bending over and leaning over into the potting table, again weeding, all that kind of stuff. It's very forward flex spaces, so you're very much like so. And what I quite like to do is just take my body into the opposite position. So I'll come indoors, wash my hands, do all the necessary stuff, of course. I'll then lie on my back and I'll perform the bridge exercise. It's the one where you're lying on your back, your knees are bent, your feet flat on the floor, and you're just lifting your pelvis and lower back off of the floor. Just comfortably, don't overdo it, and just repeat that, go back down and repeat 10 to 15 times, and it just takes your body back into a different position. It helps to contract those lumbar muscles in the lower back and the gluteal muscles just in a different fashion, so it gets the blood going to them. So just, one of my favourite sayings is motion is lotion, so it's just getting a different type of motion into your back from what you've been doing while you've been outside. So there we have it. Enjoy.